Okay, welcome everybody to World Drum Club. I'm Kalani, your host and teacher here. And I want to say that we're doing some Samba today in this lesson because a good friend of mine, colleague, former Yanni band member, Julie Homey, called me up. She's teaching a class, a college class in music, and she said, do you have any Samba stuff? And I said, yeah, but I'm going to do even better. I'm going to make you something custom. So this is for you guys in the class, but we all benefit here at World Drum Club. So I'm going to break down what I'm doing. I just put together a simple samba, not to be confused with the song, arrangement that you can do with or without traditional instruments. I'm not using all traditional Brazilian instruments here. I got a compact setup. So let me show you what I'm doing. First of all, I've got a couple hand percussion instruments, shaker or ganza, and then the agogo, two-tone bell with a little stick. I'm also using let me show you this. This is the Cajon tab, which you guys have seen with the snares. The snare side. Oh, there they are. Snares. Downside. So you get a little bit of that. And then I'm also using a drum. This is what we call a buffalo drum, or yeah, just a low drum. I'm trying to hold it up because it has a wonderful bass sound. This is not the best mic. And then I'm doubling that on the dundun down here. These two drums together, the two low drums, are playing the part we call the surdo part. The surdo is the bass drum, Brazilian bass drum. The shaker, of course, ganza, agogo is the same, is traditional. And then the Cajon tab or snare I'm using to substitute for the Brazilian caixa, which is a snare drum. And what I'm doing, I'll show you each part, and then for patrons of the channel, if you're at patreon.com/Kalani, there's notation over there of this arrangement waiting for you. But I'm gonna go over all the parts right now, pretty straight ahead. Shaker or ganza, this is our typical shaker groove, and I'll show you how I play it. Let's go to the side view, shaker view. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really straight ahead. So let's start with the simple patterns first. So that's our, I think of that as like the graph paper of the grid, right? That's our grid. You're hearing all the eighth notes. It's the glue that holds everything together. Then what's our, kind of at the other end of the spectrum, but also very grounding, is the surdo part. The surdo, we've got two sounds. We're playing if this is in cut time, if we want to notate it in 2/2, we're just playing half notes, right? 1, 2, 1, 2. And there's different ways you can do the muted tone. Do it any way you want. Usually we put one hand on the head and then hit it with the other. I'm going to mute it from the back because I have to hold this from the back right now. So you do a muted stroke or muted sound somehow, and then an open sound. All right, however you want to, just simple open sound. So you can do it with one hand like that, but you want to have short, long, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, so the weight or the accent, the feel is on the 2 side. So if you're kind of marching, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, that's very simple. These are all very simple parts. You can get more complex with it, but this is a simple arrangement. Then let's get into the fun stuff. So that's our foundation. That's gluing everything down, holding everything down. On top of that, we've got a couple syncopated parts. Let's go to the caixa part, or the snare part first. And the best way I know how to explain this is it's kind of like the clave rhythm, but the last note, and if we're doing 3/2 clave, instead of going dot, 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 right? 1 E and 2 and 3. Instead of ending on the beat, we're going to delay that note like an eighth note. So it becomes on the upbeat, the syncopated beat. And that sounds like this. 1, 2, 1, 2. How fun is that? It's so much fun. It just really tips you right back into the beginning. And like I said, I have that notated, if that helps. If those of you that want to see notation, that is available to you. Let's move on and do the agogo. The agogo is also a little syncopated because it starts with that same idea of ba, one E, or one N, one E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a. And there's lots of agogo patterns. This is just one. There's many, many, many agogo. You could play with the samba, but here's one of them. And we're gonna play, well, let's play one note first. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. So just learn it on one note, learn the rhythm first, and then you can apply the pitches. Because you can play the pitches in different combinations. That's up to you. But here's the rhythm of the agogo part, all right? 1, 2, 1, 2. 1. So we've got 3 kind of syncopated notes, right? The first note, 1 E and a, 1 E and a. And then those are all downs. 2 and 1 and then 2 E 2 E 1 E and 2 ba 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 1 and 1 and 2 E and 1 and. All right. So listen for all of those. I'm just going to turn this back on because I believe all those parts are in there. And let's go through them. In fact, let's do this. I'm going to start this again. And I'll bring in the parts one at a time. So let's go with what? That's not it. The shaker. Where's the shaker? Oh, it's over here. Here we go. All right. So that's our shaker. And then we had surdo, right? The grounding rhythm. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. I'm playing 2 just to fill it out. All right, and then let's go with the kaisha. 1, 1, and I'll go. I'm messing around with the looper. Sorry. It's hard to resist. All right, so you got it? Pretty simple. Get the notation if you want at patreon.com/Kalani. And of course, we appreciate the support from everybody here on the interwebs. This is a simple samba arrangement. Again, the traditional instruments would be the surdo, bass drum. You can use any drum, any low drum for that part. The kaisha, you can use anything, you guys. Trash can, snare drum, cajon, pretty much any drum. If it doesn't have a snare sound, put something on it to make a buzzing sound. All right, and then shaker, any kind of shaker. You can use a tube shaker, like a ganza metal shaker, or any shaker you want. Agogo, you could have any two-tone instrument. It could be wood or like this, metal, or a couple glasses filled with water to different levels, anything you want. And then that's your foundation. And then on top of that, have fun playing some songs, all right? Sing some songs, groove, and enjoy a simple samba rhythm. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. I'm Kalani. This is World Drum Club. I'll see you in a future lesson.